Hello everyone and welcome to today's team meeting on working requotes, outbound prospecting to work requotes. So they haven't done business with you in the past, but we've talked with them at some point in the past and quoted them, but just haven't gotten them on board yet.
Yeah, look, this is a great resource for new business, no question about it. And sometimes it can be a little bit laborious as you're going through all the different people, but it's got to be a part of what you do. And it's got to be something that you take in a very proactive manner, and you're very assumptive about all the things that you say. And that's what we're going to work on today is some of the scripting and how you talk to people when you're working requotes and what that role play sounds like. But the thing with requotes, just like any other lines that you're working, don't spend too much time on what happened last time. Let's create another opportunity to talk to somebody about their insurance. You could spend 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes worrying about, well, why didn't I get the deal last time? What do I need to say? All these different things. And you spend more time than you're actually on the phone just looking at things. And that's not really going to accomplish anything. So we just want to get on the phone, dialing, trying to reach people that we can talk to about their insurance.
Definitely no analysis paralysis. So for this open discussion, hopefully you have your team meeting worksheet out. And at the top, we have our open discussion. I want you to take a few moments to write down, then as a team discuss a couple things about requotes. One, why didn't people buy from us? What are some reasons why we didn't earn their business to begin with? Right? I want you to just be honest about that. Why might not we have gotten somebody? But also I want you to jot down why working requotes is a very smart strategy. So let's think about that for a moment. Write down your notes and thoughts, discuss it as a team, then Craig and I will be back to give you our thoughts. I hope you guys had some really great discussions on why working requotes is amazing. A couple things, you have a ton of them. If you're amazing, your close rate's probably 30% or something like that. So that means 7 out of 10 people that you and your agency have quoted haven't done business with you yet. So there's tons and tons and tons of leads, free leads, baby. I love free. I do. I love that. And the abundance of them. And you know what? We like to say that we have a 100% close rate. 100% close rate. What does that mean? We might not get them today, but we're going to be persistent because you know what? Persistence pays. Write that down. Persistence pays. You might not get them today. You might not get them in a few months or even a few years, but at some point, they're going to do business with you. So I love working requotes, and I hope that you will too.
Absolutely. Look, we've had times where people have had to reach out to somebody 30, 40 times before they actually got that deal done. So, when you're working requotes, just because you leave one message, right, or maybe even just because you talk to them one time, that doesn't mean that list has been worked. We've got to continue and continue and continue until we get them to come into our agency. So that's how we end up with a 100% close rate, is we never give up, right? So just keep that in mind as you're working the list. It's going to take a lot of repetition. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of phone calls, a lot of messages. But that's part of the deal, if anything that you're working. But requotes can be a fantastic tool because you're not starting from scratch. You're talking with somebody who at some point, somewhere along the way, they did reach out to you or you reached out to them. You had a conversation, and for whatever reason, it just didn't work out. Now we're trying to create another opportunity.
So let's talk about how to work them. So pick out your worksheet, your team meetings worksheet there in the middle box. I want you to write down a requote script similar to what I'm about to say, but remember, as always, make scripts your own. Feel free to insert your own flair and pizzazz, but try to follow this pretty much same formula. So when it comes to requotes, we're going to treat them a lot like win-backs. A lot has changed. Those are the key words. A lot has changed since we last looked at your policy. I want to confirm, are you still at 123 Main Street? So it'll sound something like this. Hey, Mr. or Mrs. Customer, this is Joseph Puckett here at Craig Wiggins Agency, giving you a call about your policy. Is this a good time? Okay, good. The reason I'm calling about your policy is, the last time we looked at it, it's been a little while, a lot has changed since then, and I just wanted to confirm a few things. Are you still at 123 Main Street? Or do you still have these same cars? Ask an assumptive quote question. Be assumptive and assertive. Don't ask things like, is this a good time? Can I give you a quote? Would you like to save some money? Don't do that. Be assumptive and assertive. Watch it work. Watch it work. If you ask someone if they want quotes, they're going to say, no thanks, I'm not interested. Even if they are interested, maybe they've had a rate increase or negative service experience, a negative claim experience, and they are thinking about shopping. You call them out of the blue, but they put up that wall. Oh, no, don't sell me anything. So be assumptive and assertive. Now, what are the most common objections that you'll get is probably, I'm okay, thanks. I'm good. How can we overcome that? Hey, I'm glad that you feel comfortable where you are. You know, in this day and age, lots and lots of stuff's at risk. I'm hoping that your agent's giving you the right coverage and stuff. You know what? It won't take but just a moment for me to confirm your coverages and things. I'd be happy to take a look. Now, again, you are still at 123 Main Street, right? So get back to the assumptive quote after you overcome that initial objection. You want to have them start to doubt their coverages, etc. Another reason why they might say is that they're not interested is, God forbid, price. I just whispered price. Can you hear me in the microphone? Maybe our rate was too high. What do we say? You know, I'm so glad that you said that, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, because a lot has changed since we last looked at that, and I'll be so happy to refresh this for you just to confirm you are still at 123 Main Street. So that's the talk path to start the conversations for requotes. I've given you 2 of the most common objections. So now's the time for you guys and gals to practice and role play. So we're going to pause the video for just a moment. I want everybody in the room to have at least one term. So whoever the facilitator is or the customer, give them 1 or 2 of those objections. You know, it just didn't make sense for me to change. The price was too high, or I'm good. I'm happy where I am. So we're going to pause now. Everybody gets a chance to role play. We'll see y'all in a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. Great job role playing. Remember, practice makes permanent. The more that you can practice and role play with yourself, with team members, with your agency owner or manager, with your spouse, looking in a mirror, the more you practice, the more permanent it will be. But now it's going to be time to implement it, working some requotes today.
Yeah, and look, I would just challenge you to make this a part of what you're doing today. You know, the whole point of this is just to reach more people, to have more conversations, to get more opportunities to quote, right? The more confident you are on the phone, the more assumptive and assertive you are on the phone, the more quoting opportunities you're going to get. If you follow the talk path that you practiced during the role play, you're going to get people that will allow you to quote. And that's what we're trying to accomplish. Once you get them talking, once they start to agree to the quote and you go down that road, that's a successful call, right? That's the whole goal. We need more quotes. This is a great way to establish one of the quotes that you need for that day by reaching back out to this group. So I would just challenge you to make this a part of what you do. Don't get too caught up in why they didn't come the first time. Let's just talk to more and more people. You increase your quote volume, you're going to increase your production. So just make this a part of what you do. Follow the path, practice it. You know, role play with a spouse, a friend, someone at the office. When you get individual coaching time, work on it there if you feel like you need work there. But just dive right into it. Jump into the deep end of the pool. Make this a part of what you do. So hopefully you got a little bit out of today. Hopefully this will help you as you start working those requotes and working those leads that are just really some of the best ones that we have because they tried at some point. Now we can reach back out to them. We're not starting from scratch. It's a whole lot better than cold calling. Hopefully today was a good meeting for you. We look forward to seeing you next time.